This is for Year 11 methods, and it's how to draw graphs. Now, you're right to ask some questions about these questions because I've made some errors. This graph, this middle graph, and this last graph is actually wrong, and I'll talk about why. If I'm looking at graphs as such, I'm going to consider how many x-intercepts there are by how many factors there are. I'm going to have an x-intercept there at x equals 0, and it's going to be a touching. I'm going to have an x-intercept at x equals 1, and it's going to be a cut. Therefore, going through at x equals 1, it's going to cut. Here it's going to touch. It's a positive cubic, so it's going to start down here and go up there, and this is the correct graph. Looking at this middle one, and you are correct to highlight the problem about this question. I have three factors that are multiplying, therefore it's a cubic. X is positive, x is positive, x is positive, so it's going to be a positive cubic starting down here and going up to there. It's going to cut at x equals -1, and that's at -1, that's good. It's going to cut at x equals 2, so it should actually cut through here, and it's going to cut at x equals 3, so it's going to cut through there. So, that's what that one should look like. Going through at 3 and going through at 2. Now the problem with this third one is that this is a negative x, and that x is positive x. When it's cubed, it's still positive. Therefore, this is actually a negative cubic. So, okay, so what do I know? I know that the graph cuts at 1. Sorry, there's a stationary point of inflection at x equals 1, and at x equals 3 it cuts, but that it's a negative, so it's going to start down here. It's going to have a stationary point of inflection here, and it's going to go up and it's going to go down through at 3. So stationary point of inflection at 1, then it's going to curve and go down through at 3. And my y-intercept is going to be, if x is equal to 0, that's -1 cubed, -1 times 3, -3. So, yeah, a little muck up, I apologise, in this question and in this question.